To our dear rovers, you don't. Since we have Brian, why don't we let Brian read us this message? While we have the technology open, I think it's time for Brian to deliver the free 5-star news to everyone in chat. Hold on. Let's wait.
Regarding the version 2.3 preview special broadcast. To our dear rovers. After the Wuthering Waves version 2.3 preview special broadcast, we received plenty of suggestions, thoughts, and criticisms from you. We've been paying close attention to all feedback, and we'd like to take this opportunity to address your concerns and sincerely apologize for the disappointment. Our roadmap for the recent versions of Wuthering Waves allocated development resources to an anniversary experience in version 2.3 that is both relaxing and entertaining. However, this allocation did not meet our rovers' expectations for an anniversary celebration. At the same time, we fell short in how the broadcast was structured, scripted, and presented, leading to a poor viewing experience.
They do
we
recognize
at the dev team
this
have
will cause a lot
identified
of
and
issues.
acknowledged certain shortcomings in our content management, preparation, and delivery. What happened has shown us even more clearly that Wuthering Waves' accomplishments over the past year would not have been possible without our rovers, especially rovers who have been with us on this journey from the very start. We want you to know that we are planning future versions with you in mind. So please stay tuned for more updates.
Wait, there's no 5 stars in here.
We deeply apologize
Nick told me
for
there's a
failing to meet the
5-star.
expectations of our long-time rovers.
But it's 30
We
polls.
also recognize that there is still much room for improvement in how we operate and support the game long-term. We're committed to growing and refining every aspect of Wuthering Waves. To express our gratitude and sincerest apologies, we'll be launching a login event this week where the following content will be available to unlock and claim.
You were responding
the
to the
time
Twitter.
will be given in a later official announcement. Login event content: Radiant Tide X10, Forging Tide X10, Lustrous Tide X10.
But one of them is standard though, right?
Thank you once again for your support and belief in Wuthering Waves.
It's basically an extra
Wuthering Waves dev team.
20 polls. Because one of them is 10 standard polls, which I wouldn't really. I guess you can. It's like when we counted when ZZZ had the announcement where it's like 200 free polls or something, 100 free polls, and then like 100 of them was bamboo polls. I see. It's 10 polls on each of the banners. So no, Nick baited me with a 5-star. I was expecting. Given how sincere the apology was, given how long they wrote the apology, I did feel like it was another one of those. I feel like I was slightly baited. It felt like they were apologizing pretty hard, so then it feels like they were gonna give you something that was matching the expectations of the apology that they were giving us. But then maybe if it was 20, like if it was just in terms of polls, I feel like 10 polls on each is not a very big deal. Like changing the guarantee on the banner would have been bigger if they told us the rerun banner, like your first character is guaranteed no 50-50, or if it's like an extra 20 polls on each banner. I'm trying to think, like, is there an equivalent number of polls that people would be happy with? Assuming it's not possible for them to give a free 5-star or change the rerun banner, like how many polls would people be happy with? I feel like more than 10 on the banners, like 20 on each. I feel like that would actually match, like 20 Radiant, 20 Forging, and then 20 Lustrous. So I guess like 60 and then 20. Yeah, changing first to guarantee is worth 30 polls on average. But given the uproar, given everything that's happened, and the way that the apology was worded, it felt like they were aware of everything. But then it feels like it's just one more of the same thing that led to this in the first place, where they set you up with expectations for what they're about to give you, and then you're like, wait, 10 polls on weapon, 10 polls on character, and 10 polls on standard? I wonder, I do feel like there might or might not be a part 2, part 3. I guess this is part 2. This is part 2 after the anniversary. I think there might be a part 3. If it was 30 polls, I think it would be better too. Honestly, I think like if they just gave us 30 limited polls, that would also be more impactful. It doesn't have to be like 30 of weapon. But the fact that it was like 10 spread out over everything makes it feel not very substantial. Makes it feel not very substantial. And it honestly leaves like a little bit of the bad taste where it's like they apologize really hard, but then they didn't really do any actions. It's like where your words don't match your actions, which is similar to what happened in the anniversary. Welcome, Asu to the stream. This is my reaction, honestly, when I saw the polls. Well, I also got baited by my moderator. Nick said, I thought Nick was responding to my 5-star question. Cause Nick was like, no, cause you told me they posted, and then I asked like 2 questions. And then one of them was, when they gave us a 5-star, and then Nick said yes, but Nick was responding to the other question. I'm not saying it was Nick's fault. I was just saying I was expecting, I thought they were actually going to give out a free 5-star. Which, at this point in time, I do feel like even if they were to give a standard 5-star, for a large portion of the community, they would still not be very happy. Mixing polls, I think obviously the limited character polls are what most people care about. I can see them not defaulting to the giving you, oh. Nick forgot to update. Kazaki is back. Nick says sweet hide. Oh wait. Exclamation mark top. Nick wanted to show off to Zaki. Yeah, I honestly think given what happened in the live stream and the way this apology was worded, and the fact that they're rerunning 10 characters at once, it honestly would be very nice to the player base. It would be very generous, but it would also really show their appreciation. Because you're running 20 banners essentially, 10 weapon, 10 character. But you're only giving the character, like you're only giving everyone with these extra pulls. It's essentially like 40 pulls. 40 pulls, but it's with Zani and like 5 characters. Well, Zani plus 10, Zani plus Shiakona plus 10 characters. They're not giving the currently playing players a lot of extra pulls. I do unfortunately think that this apology will lead to more negative, more drama around the anniversary rewards, essentially. It does kind of go to show, like, when you do apologize, how you apologize can make a pretty big difference. I guess this was what maybe they're following. Maybe they're following in Genshin's footsteps. This is sort of what Genshin resorted to back when there was the uproar around the 3 wishes. But I am honestly a bit surprised, given the amount of uproar, especially in the Chinese community. I thought it would be maybe like a standard 5-star or a standard weapon. If they included like, I think a standard weapon selector, I feel like it would have been impactful. Like something to show, like something bigger than just like an extra 10 pulls, an extra 10 weapon pulls, and an extra standard. I think it boils down to there was no one big substantial reward. People honestly don't remember the smaller rewards, and these kind of fall under what I would say smaller rewards. It's hard to keep track of like how many pulls are we getting this patch. It's much easier and much better, like PR wise, to sell something like, oh, we're giving away like a 50-50 no 50-50 guarantee banner for like the reruns, or we're giving like a 5-star selector, or we're giving a 5-star character selector. It's like it sounds much better, and the players themselves feel much better than to say like, we're giving you like 10,000 extra ass rates or something. Though 10,000 is a lot more than 10 pulls. Yeah, it does boil down to the fact that at the end of the day, the anniversary patch felt more like a... Well, the anniversary patch rewards felt more like a normal patch. And I guess if you were to think about it as in terms of the content, because we're not getting a new map, we're not getting a new main quest. The event is fun. I'm looking forward to the anniversary event. But content-wise, I can also see it being... It's not a super exciting, hyped-up patch. Because if you think about, like, the Genshin, just for some comparison, the HSR anniversary, we had the main quest that I haven't finished yet. But we had our main quest, a new map, which content-wise I would say feels more impactful. Just in terms of, like, how people probably take this into consideration. Didn't they say we're getting a main quest? We're not getting a main story quest. They said in 2.4 we're getting a new map. 2.4 is the patch after the anniversary. And 2.3 were no main quest, no main story. Which is one of the reasons that people are also attributing to this patch feeling, which is, there was that one word I read, the glorified filler patch. Which I don't mind. I mean, anniversary patch, I don't think anniversary patches need to have super exciting content releases. But I think mostly the things that people are disappointed about are the rewards. 2.4, May 23rd. But May 23rd is 2.3. 2.3 is the anniversary, right? May 23rd is still 2.3. If they wanted to divide it up into two parts, maybe they could have said so. Based on everything, they were... For sure, they marketed 2.3 as an anniversary patch. With the whole cake and the chibis and the events, there's no way you can say they didn't market 2.3 as the anniversary patch. They didn't say this was anniversary patch part 1. And like, stay tuned for anniversary patch part 2. They definitely marketed this as the only anniversary patch. Thank you, Aniako, for the 9 months resub. It does seem like it will be interesting. It's still 2.3. On May 23rd, the patch for 2.3 will last until, I think, June. Because we get the patch on April 29th, and it's 6 weeks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It lasts until June 10th, I believe. So 2.3 will be throughout the duration of the anniversary. I don't remember... Wait, did they say live anniversary will have 2 patches? But then the rewards... They didn't say they were gonna divide the rewards up into 2 patches. Like, here they could have said something like... Because wasn't the apology about our roadmap something something and then the allocation didn't meet? They could have said we were planning to save the rewards for 2.4 if this is actually what they meant for it though. Welcome back, Sir Turtleot. Let me drink some water. All I have to say is good luck to Wuthering Waves. They definitely didn't make it clear based on their wording here. It felt like they basically made a big apology. And then the end action was an extra 20 limited pulls, 10 on each of the banners and 10 standard. They didn't promise anything like going forward into trying to like change your expectations in terms of saying we are going to divide up the anniversary rewards. Any other language, they probably posted one on Bilibili.